Leadership, they say, is not just about holding a position, but it's about making a difference. And we can all attest to the fact that our Honorable MC is such a man. Let's give it up for him. So since assuming office in 2025, he has distinguished himself as a dynamic, people-centered, committed to improving infrastructure, education, healthcare, sanitation, and economic opportunities in his constituents. As accomplished academics, he holds an MPhil in measurement and evaluation from the University of Cape Coast. Bringing both expertise and vision to public service, he is a strong advocate for youth empowerment, entrepreneurship, environmental sustainability, and inclusive development. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Honorable Moses Kabu Kubiocansey. Well, let's give it up for him as he mounts the stage. We can do better. Let's give it up for him. Let's give it up for him.
Thank you very much. I'm here with my fiscal planner. Yes. So, fiscal planner, before you put up any structure, they will come and survey the place and see, and also check and see whether the structure you are going to put up is good for the area or not before the permit will be given. So you see her like that, she's not a small girl. And my PA, and then my also special, I don't want to mention his position yet because he's an intelligent person, so he's also here with me. The other staff, because of the weather, they asked permission to leave because they were afraid that the road would be blocked, and then one also is going towards Cape Coast side and he's afraid of the traffic. So I allowed them to go. But my fiscal planner decided to stay with me. So, investment opportunities in Ghana South. So, the presentation outline, we have introduction, profile of Ghana South. We'll give you the key facts, identified areas of partnership, our commitment, and then we'll go to the conclusion. Introduction. So, the Local Governance Act 2016, Act 936, mandates all MMDAs to be responsible for the overall development of the district. So, the development of every district lies in the hands of the MMDAs. However, making this a reality will require partnership with the private sector, investors, and entrepreneurs like you. So we can only help in developing Ghana South when all of us come together. The assembly alone cannot do it without partnership with these stakeholders. Ghana South was carved out of the former Ghana South, now the Wejagbawi municipality, in 2018. With our rising number of residents, the demand for key strategic infrastructure and services has become imperative. This is why we believe that partnership with the private sector, investors, and entrepreneurs is the key to accelerate our development and catch up with the rising demands. You can see here our people these days that the social media is there for all of us. People will be pushing a lot of things, demands in the social media. Once we have the numbers increasing, definitely the demand will also increase. So we have to partner with these stakeholders that we mentioned so that we can bring up the development to our people. This presentation will highlight key business opportunities for partnerships in Ghana South. We are going to outline a number of opportunities that we want to partner with stakeholders. Amanes will partner us to be able to achieve this. And I know most of you seated here will also come in to help us. So we are moving profile of Gan South Municipal Assembly. The Gan South Municipal Assembly was inaugurated on Thursday, 15th March 2018, and became operational on 26th March 2018. The legal instrument that established the assembly is Legislative Instrument 2316. So this is the act that established Gan South. And this act gave us our boundaries where we can operate our works to. We cannot enter in anybody's jurisdiction. Next. Key facts about Gan South. Gan South is the largest in terms of land size in Greater Accra region. And second, in terms of population, to Pong. Pong is the largest in terms of population. And Gan South is the second in terms of population. So, and this is our population as at 2026. Now, we have two constituencies forming Gan South. We have the English Yamanfrom constituency, and we have the Domiabra Obon constituency. We have portions of the municipality being the urbanized, which is about the 40% of the population of the municipality is an urban area. And then we have about 60% of the municipality being the rural. Investment opportunities. So we are looking at these areas where we can encourage investors to come in and invest. Agriculture and agribusiness. We also look at real estate and housing. We look at health and social services. We also look at the retail and commerce. We shall take them one at a time and look at the opportunities that we have in that area. So agriculture and agribusiness, we are saying that one part of the municipality is rural. So you can see the dominance of the activities being operated there is farming activities. Even the urban area, we also have some farming activities ongoing. But the large population of farmers is the other at the Domiabra Obomu enclave. So we want to establish a factory that will process cassava into starch and any other product that the investor will want to. The starch can be used in pharmaceutical companies and any other industrial thing that people want to. And then we also want to process pineapple, whether do it as fresh pineapple and package it nicely and then sell it, or any other thing that the investor will want to. We will get a lot of the things that we can use pineapple to do in the next slide. Now, when you come to the maize you are seeing, per the information I have, I'm told that the poultry feed and or animal feed that we have in Ghana, we have only 2 companies that produce it and sell in the whole Ghana. So we are looking for an investor who will come and open an animal feed factory. And if you want, with a special attention to poultry feed. We know we have a lot of poultry farmers across the country. Even in Ghana South alone, if you want to produce the feed and sell to the poultry farmers, you make your money. And we share boundary with a number of these municipalities. And in fact, Wijagbawe is a boundary with us, Gan West, Gan Central, Nsawam Aduajiri, Upper West Akim, Ewutisenya East, Ewutisenya West, Gomoa East. If you even have the factory and want to look at this boundary municipalities sharing border with us, you will still make the money. And once you have it and you push into the market space, in fact, there will be a lot of competition and people. And look at the initiative that our president introduced also, the Nkoko Nkitinkiti. In fact, every household will be rearing fowls. And if they are rearing the fowls, definitely they will need a feed to feed them. So we are looking at an investor who will come and invest in this particular area. Then you can see a vessel there. Yes, we are looking for investor who will come. You know, in the whole Ghana, we don't have this marine transport. We don't have the marine transport in the country. And look at the sea. It's just lying fallow. So I sat down with my staff and we said that look at the route. Morning when people are going to work, they have to be in traffic hours. When they are coming to the sea, when they are tired, rushing home to go and rest, they are in traffic. And the sea is lying down fallow. We are not utilizing it. So what can we do? And we came out that we are looking for investors who will invest in that area where we have the marine transport. We are looking at the Bojo Beach area. When you enter the gate, there's a huge plot of land there. So if we get that space, we'll prepare there and then put some parking slot there. It can be underground and then up. People who are going to Accra, Tema, or whatever, they will just drive there, park their car, enter the the marine transport, straight to Accra or Tema. They get down, they do their businesses. When they finish, they enter the marine, they come, and then they pick their cars back home. That will also decongest the traffic on our road. Also, the lifespan of the road will also be extended. People will also not spend a lot of money in buying fuel. And we are going to also create jobs for our youth in the area. The assembly will also get revenue from that. The investor will also make his money or her money. And at least that the government will also make his share, get his share of the taxes and the other monies from that area. So as we speak, we are in talks with some people. If you are here and you also want to look at any of these things and you want to venture into it, you are also welcome. Look at the pineapple. The investment opportunities, we have fresh pineapple, canned pineapples, pineapple juice, pineapple puree, pineapple wine, vinegar, animal feed, etc. Processing facilities, we have juice production, canning, packaging, export operations, pineapple products, vinegar, and enzyme productions. Value addition, we have sauces, marinades, and snacks, etc. And we've gotten a land at an area called Agbazu in the Domia Brabom area, where when you are ready to venture into this, we can take you there and whatever rituals you need to do in getting the land. You know, we cannot say the land will be free. I hope you get it. We've had the engagement with the chiefs. They've allocated it. But when an investor is coming, they will not say take it free. Definitely, you do some kusum. Yes, so once you do that, at least you will get the land and you will start your business. The assembly, like yesterday I said, you will need a permit to start your putting up your infrastructure. And the assembly will look at it very well so that we can fast track it for you to get your infrastructure done so that production can also start and our young guys will get a job to do. the farmers around that area who produce this pineapple will also get already market. Once they produce it, they harvest, then the factory also gets it to feed the plants. Next. Next slide. So the cassava. So these are some of the things that we can use cassava to do. Fufu flour, fufu, gari, cassava peel, pearl tapioca. I hope we all know tapioca. Yes. Animal feed, starch, cassava chips. And then we also have cassava porridge, cassava-based beverages, biofuel, beer, and ethanol. Ethanol is alcohol. And there's one beer that is in the system. I don't know if it's still there. They use cassava to do it by Accra Brewery. It's in the system. So if we get any investor who wants to go into this and use this for any of it, but my interest is more on the starch. And then any other thing that the investor wants to venture in, he can do it. Investment potentials, processing facilities, to gari, fufu, and flour production, industrial starch production, tapioca production, biofuel production. Potential location is in Sobri, but the particular space where they give us the land, that place is called Ashe Nangmo. Yes, Ashe Nangmo. Yes, so in Sobri, Elotra area. At least once the land is very huge. As we move, you see the site plans of these lands that we are talking about. Next slide. Then the maize, the products, we have corn meal, corn flour, corn syrup, we have popcorn, corn oil, animal feed, industrial products like ethanol and starch. So we can get alcohol from maize. We can also get starch from maize. And then we can get oil from maize. I know when my sub-committee chairman, local economic development committee chairman, Reverend Amankwano, traveled out of Ghana to interact with some investors. In fact, he said something very wonderful about the corn oil that some investors said he wants to venture into. So when they come and they are okay with us, we'll assist. If someone is here who is also interested, we are ready to deal with the person. I want this project to be in fruition before the end of the 4 years. So once we get investors showing interest, we'll deal with them. We have the potential investment opportunity. We have fertilizer, agrochemical companies, processing facilities, animal feed production, biofuel production, storage, like warehousing and facilities. The potential location is Oduman Asuaba in the Domiabra Obom area. Next slide. So this is cassava processing farm, Gansau, the land that we've gotten, which is about 7.89 acres, which is approximately 8 acres. So that land is there for any investor who wants to come in. And the reason why we chose Ashenangmo or Isobri area for this particular factory is that it's strategic. That area, we have a lot of cassava farms. And then the place is also closer to Bojasi. And remember the former President Kufuor had a special initiative on cassava. So that place too, the people are also cultivating the cassava. Adesu and Kubiocansey is also closer to that particular place. So If the farms in our municipality will not be able to feed the factory with the needed cassava, then we can fall on those other areas to get a cassava to feed the factory so that it can operate 24/7. That's why we are putting it there. Likewise, the Oduma Suaba area and Agbazu area. Next. So this is the fiscal planners will call it the auto photos of the place. And this is also another land that we've gotten where we can also deal with the investor of any other kind of investment that we want. This one, hello, back. This one, where the red is, yes, that is where we are going to site the 24-hour economy market at Asbaham Domiabra. Yes, that is where we are going to site it. And in fact, it's going to be a wonderful market. We want to, the land size that the government needed, we've gotten it there and even gotten more than they needed. And the reason why we took more lands is that the mind is that we'll get Amanest and other investors to have their factories around the market, so that those of us who don't have money to rent stores and also rent sheds to operate, we can go to the factory, buy the products, come and work in the market and sell it, make some money and go away. And when I was young, in the northern region, a small village known as Makangu, if you are not a man, you cannot go there. Makangu, that is where I grew up actually. And we walked 2 miles to school. And when we close, we walk 2 miles back. If we have games, we have to go back 2 miles to go and do your games and come back 2 miles again. So market days, which is usually Wednesdays, we'll go to the market and go and do some sometimes we don't go to school. Sometimes too, you'll be in school and you run and come and do it and go back. When you go, they will cane you for running away and coming by your doses. At least, but I'm not saying the youth should do that. Our time, because of the difficulty of the time, that was why some of us were doing that. I hope you get it. Mankangu we were not having light like we have light here. And there are a lot of challenges at that time. So we need to help our parents to be able to survive. Yes. Now, the marine transport, as we speak, the potential provide water transport services for staff in and outside Accra. And we are looking at the Bojo Beach area. You know, it is under Botiano. So, in fact, last week, some investors came to the office. They came as a result of some partnership that I'm creating with America, a city in America, sister city relationship. So they came, we had the discussion. In fact, yeah, this they are coming was the third or fourth. By this particular one, a number of the people came. There are about 9 that came. And when they came, they were investors among the people that came. We took them to that place. They looked at the place. In fact, one of them quickly called his partners and said that this is a viable venture they can venture on. In fact, in the evening, he called and said actually his partners are ready to come in and venture into that. But they need some information, which is a nautical miles between Bojo to Accra, Accra to Tema, between Bojo to Winneba, Winneba to Cape Coast. Once we get this measurement for them, they will prepare and come. We've written to the Navy to help us get this measurement. Once we get it and we serve them, the next thing that we will do, we cannot do this without meeting the Minister of Roads and Transport. We need to meet him and tell him that this is what we are working on, and investors have shown interest. So anytime the investors are coming, we inform him, then we'll send them there for him to also have meetings with them. Because the route will pass through other municipalities, the Minister of Roads and Transport will eventually have a meeting with all those municipalities that the vessel will be passing through. And they will all buy into that. And then the government will give them the permit to come and do. And the investor was even looking at something. He mentioned one particular country where after picking the people during the daytime to go to work and bring them in the evening, around this time, the vessel is there doing nothing. And he said that country, around this time, people come in, they sit in the vessel, they drive them on the sea, and they play music, they entertain themselves and all those things after, whether till daybreak or whatever. Then they come and dock, and then people go to their place. That is additional, this thing, that will give us a lot of money. So they have seen the viability of this particular thing. So if we have people here who have the capacity to also venture into it, they are welcome. But these particular people, the man said he has people who even build these ships. So they are ready to do it when we give them that measurement. So this is something that we are bringing to Ghana for the first time. Please, yes. So real estate and housing. We are saying that Ghana, buying the land and building your own house is a nightmare to a lot of us, the youth. So if we get investors that will come venture into it and provide it as an affordable housing scheme for government workers, once we get those people, we'll deal with them. I'm also looking at the schools, government schools, where teachers are posted to the schools. Now, accommodation for them to live in and teach also becomes very difficult for them. So if we get an investor who will put up these schools, housing closer to where the schools are located, where the teachers can be using it and paying, every month they pay something small at a reduced cost for the teachers to be able to afford, so that at least the person can operate it for a number of years. And then after that number of years, he will now return it to the government, that assembly, so that we will now take it over. And that is what we call BOT, build, operate, and what? Transfer. So once we get people like that, we will at least partner with them to provide some housing scheme for our teachers, our nurses also, both affordable and what I just spoke of. And then apartment for private individuals, yes, affordable for them, and then government workers. So we are looking for real estate and housing people to come into this. And retail and commerce. So people who want to venture into supermarkets, warehouses, and then distribution. We also have distribution centers and outlets. So we are ready to partner the investors in these particular areas. Why do you have to choose, or why will you choose to do business with Gan South? We have land, we have lands, you have access to markets. We are business friendly. We have business friendly policies. We have strong political will. And then access to raw materials. Like I told you, wherever we are situating the factory, the raw materials are readily available for them. And then access to labor. We have a lot of people who are looking for jobs to do, and they are there ready to work. Strong support from traditional authorities. We have a number of engagement with them, and they are ready to support for whatever factory or investment that will be coming in their localities. Access to electricity, and then fast permitting process, which I spoke today and the previous time. So I want to quote Helen Keller. Helen said that alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. Alone South can do so little. But together with entrepreneurs like you and investors, we can do so much. Thank you very much.